Enjoying a nice turmeric latte at Blend Coffee. Beautiful day out there. Gonna start biking into Vancouver, so see what happens. Well, took the first wrong turn of the day, and boy did I go a long ways off the beaten path. Basically ran Marine Drive completely out, and now I'm at this really quite a nice park, and I kind of figured maybe it's a sign. Made it to English Bay. Just hanging out by these statues right now. Beautiful day. Yeah, it was a good ride down. A lot more hills than I expected going through West Van, but it happens. Now I'm just waiting for my buddy Steele. He's supposed to meet up here. Says he's by the statues, but I haven't seen him yet, so. All right, at Captain's Boil, just got our food. We got some prawns and some shrimp. Steele got the shrimp. He got some corn in there. It looks pretty good. You stoked, Steele?
Yeah.
Should be good. Pretty good day hanging out with old Steely boy. Went out for some wicked seafood. My hands still reek like seafood, which honestly, being by the ocean is not necessarily a bad thing. Beautiful day here. Now just waiting for meeting up with Jordan.
So great. I saw him and then he was like, oh, I just got this new puppy. I was like, great. And so saw me, was like, yeah, I couldn't handle it. Whatever the fuck do you want? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, follow me.
Yeah, you want to go down the rabbit hole?
We can do whatever we want. Anything.
So Julia, how do you feel about your new dog?
Fine, pretty much.
Yeah, you guys make a great pair. Aww. First rainy day, just in Port Coquitlam. And today's gonna be the biggest ride day so far, but see if this rain works to my advantage or what the hell. It's also my first day wearing shoes on the trail. First for everything. I survived my first rainstorm, and it looks like I'm probably gonna have to deal with another one. Just here at the Hilltop Cafe. See what all the fuss is about. Oh, in the big city of Yarrow. And the weather is looking like it might cooperate. After battling some pretty intense weather today, that would make for a nice evening. Yeah, just a little bit ways out of Cultus Lake, so hopefully it's nice, smooth, not too intense of a climb out there, and hopefully find a sweet spot to stay for the night. Might link up with Roy, and I guess they have a cabin out there, so if that works out, that would be super cool. feel like I choose. I just like I've been eating them like crazy because my buddy gave me 2 packs. So I was like, oh, it's so good.
My mom just got back on one. I know he's storing them all.
Oh yeah.
They're good. We got watermelon, lemon, and like a passion fruit.
Holy man, this is a nice lake, eh?
Yeah. Me and my cousin usually take this little boat. We go literally like past that when it's like. And then one time we got really freaked out because we like were out there and then our boat popped for some reason.
Out at Beethoven's Pizza in Cultus Lake. It's just about 8 o'clock. I do not have a campsite at this point. I am faithful that it'll work out, but I mean, how long we'll have to ride and see what happens. Stay tuned. Good morning from Cultus Lake. Well, actually, the Cultus Lake water tower. I was hoping to stay down by the lake last night, but didn't pan out. So I did the only logical thing you can do on a bike and kept riding. Kept riding until I found this, and I was like, you know what, it's a pretty good place to stash a bike. And then it's out of line of sight, and then hammocked out up here. But it rained like crazy last night, so needless to say, I'm happy I got a good quality hammock with a really good quality tarp. I stayed completely dry. Stashed my shoes underneath, they stayed completely dry. Stashed a journal underneath, stayed completely dry. And to make things even sweeter this morning, blackberries. There's actually a whole bunch of them around here, I'll show you. Blackberries and slugs, but I don't think the slugs will be quite as appetizing. One of the slugs. There's some of the blackberries. Okay, a little trip update. Weather right now is currently comparable to, I don't know, maybe being a steam room, but they forgot to turn the heat on, so it's just like, just really not ideal, but not terrible. It's not downpouring at least. But good news. Chilliwack River Valley Trail. And it's looking like we might get some downhill. One of the biggest things about riding a bike is you can't really carry a lot of stuff, namely a lot of water. So like if you want to make like coffee or make breakfast, without a river you're pretty hooped. Otherwise you're cutting into your drinking water supplies and it doesn't really balance out. So I mean, if you can go ride a bike a long distance and like not have an appreciation for water, I don't know what kind of skills you have, but the skill I haven't mastered yet. So every time I get by a river I try and do something cool. So right now I got my coffee brewing. That's the same coffee I got hooked up from the liquor store. Got the jet boil, and then got my mug, and then the river. Okay, on the right path. The guy on the side-by-side gave me some tips of where to go. Of course there's the steepest trail, but I mean, as long as it's going in the right direction, it beats doubling back. Yeah, it's pissing. It's absolutely pissing rain. Like, if I wasn't determined, this would probably be, yeah, it's definitely testing me. And the road's mostly water. Found some salvation from the rain. Obviously can't stay here, but feels nice to be dry. And put my setup right there. There was just 2 ladies and a kid invited me to have lunch with them, so I just had a bun. Pretty good. Worked BS with them, and feeling recharged. Kinda. I mean, it's still kind of doesn't look too appealing out there. Guess what? Still raining. It has actually rained more today than I ever even imagined, to be honest. But on a lighter note, I made it back on the Trans-Canada Trail. It's kind of sketchy, but also kind of nice. Very cool old tree. Looks like it was burnt out. Like, it's massive. I'm gonna walk inside of it. So cool. There's the bike. Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to my crib. Probably the only dry place that I can think of. I got here and there's a bunch of people doing some rock climbing. And yeah, it's probably not the smartest idea to be camped up underneath a possible falling rock. But how cool is this? I have my tarp tied to my bike, so that's like the best theft system I can figure out. And it's just pissing rain. Got all my gear drying out because it's soaked. So that's it, boys. Last video before I turn in. I have to say today was probably the most, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but just not, I mean, it's better than most things in life, but still, like, just going through rain all day, and like, not like interior rain, it's just like coastal rain. It's been pouring all day, and I just would try to stay so positive that it would stop, like maybe by lunch, and I could really cover some ground. I was really hoping to make it to Chilliwack Lake, but as it happens in life, things don't always go as planned, and sometimes you gotta make lemonade. Okie dokie. 2 hours later. Flat's fixed. I'm ready to get on the road. It's 12 o'clock, so a bit of a late start. But it happens. It's biking, you know? You know it's gonna happen eventually, so you gotta plan for it. And I'm gonna have some breakfast across the road at the river. And just leave on a funny note. No pooping. Welcome back. Here we are, Chilliwack Lake. Couldn't really tell what this river is, but it so kindly gave me the water to make my noodles. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. I did not really plan out like how little in between there'd be for food after Cultus, but that being said, I do have one meal left, small amount of peanuts, and yeah, so see what happens. I'm gonna try and go as far as I can tonight. Obviously not gonna push it into the dark because this is definitely big game country, but hope for the best. Walking down to this one spot I was going to spend the night, but I listened to my gut and saying go further because I do have decent weather, and I mean if I get caught in a rainstorm tomorrow I'm kind of hooped. I'm already behind schedule, even though there is not really a schedule, but yeah, that is just beautiful. Just at the end of Lake Chilliwack. No one's logging road. It's too steep to bike, but just when you're starting to lose like ambition, get something as beautiful as that. Happy I didn't have to hop over this bad boy. A little bit bigger than the bike. Let's come down in a windstorm or something, but it is massive.
Said, I think now maybe I know why I came. As I started toward the kitchen door, I thought, I really wish you picked another Saturday.
Well, I don't know if I'm at the top, but I'm pretty freaking high up. Just stopped for some oatmeal because I figured I'd save the prepackaged food because I don't really know how far tomorrow is going to take me, and I have a fair bit of oatmeal, so it just seemed logical. Here's a trail I got to go up. Oh my god, the mosquitoes are bad. The no-see-ums are bad. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Top of the morning to you guys. Cheers. Just made some coffee. There she is. Made a fire. Trying out the gloves and the shoes and the dishcloth. There's my view I got to wake up to after my grueling bike push up here yesterday. Probably, well, I'll say this. I don't really fear death too often. Basically, if ever. But last night I was very concerned about my well-being, and I could only imagine what my parents were thinking because I haven't talked to them in like 2 days. Here's my hammock set up. That's another reason why it's nice to do on a hammock, but as I found out last night, being in the Alpine, it is freezing cold. Like, freezing. Normally I wouldn't think about lighting a fire, but I was just like, I gotta do something. I am cold to the bone. Well, this seems like the beginning of a good horror movie. Abandoned bike. Another abandoned bike. It's missing a seat. So, doesn't look like it's moved in a while. So that's maybe a good sign. And then there's this one. It's a little sketchy. Definitely a little sketchy. Well, if you don't hear from me, I guess monster just got me as well. See my first bear, hopefully the only bear, and it was really like well brush cut on the other side, but now I've lost my gloves and now I have to bushwhack through this. Should be interesting. Hopefully not for long. Hope, please come soon. Another day down. Much different digs for this evening. King size bed. A little bit of family, National Lampoon's family vacation. I got nice beer. Cheers. Just getting everything organized for the next leg of the trip. Today was insane. Like absolutely insane. From like waking up on top of a mountain, having a fire, and then trudging through snow, hiking, biking to like points I've never even thought were even doable on a bike. Like it felt like I was doing a Red Bull hard enduro race, like not like just like nice leisurely bike ride across the province. But I mean, BC and at least I think BC feels like a place where if you can ride BC, you can pretty much ride anywhere else in the world, give or take. Um, Definitely picked up more food today because I was not digging the fact of being low on food. Not a good feeling, because I mean we got more than enough water everywhere we go. Gonna get all the batteries charged tonight. My mom decided to comp me a hotel room, so that's super sweet. Just feels nice not being eaten by mosquitoes or the worry of being eaten by bears. I don't even know if I even slept last night, to be honest, between being cold and being scared. And then bombing down into Hope today, it was just like nuts. Seen 2 bears. I was taking a leak, and this like one bear, because I just felt like I was being watched, I like look over my shoulder. Freaking bear 20 feet up in the trees, just like staring at me. It's like, I think you're more afraid of me than I am of you, but who knows? I'm not gonna stick around and find out. Went out for some really good Greek food today. I had calamari, nice glass of wine, and a roast of lamb. I'm so full. I met some cool bike packers today. Yeah, it was a crazy, beautiful day.